I've been studying the book of Nehemiah, and Nehemiah was in captivity, and he heard that Jerusalem was in ruins. The gates were broken down, people were taken over, it was burned, it was in really bad shape. So he had to go to the king that he worked for and ask for a favor to be able to go back home and work to repair these walls. And he wrote at the end of chapter 1, give success to your servant and grant him mercy in the sight of this man. Well, we could consider that grant us mercy in the sight of the struggles that we have today. With an employer, it could be a relationship with the kids, grown kids that you haven't talked to in a long time, or I don't know, just so many different struggles that we have. And Nehemiah just asked for mercy. Then he said, the God in heaven is the one who will give us success. And as his servants, we are going to start building. He went back to Jerusalem and he was going to start building this wall. So he knew the Lord would give him success, but he had to work for it. It was not going to be just handed to him. And he realized that. So God expects us to take action, not to just pray. Well, I just turned it over to the Lord and that's all I can do. To a degree, that's all that you can do. But if you want to get out of debt or get the job of your dreams or move forward or sell a bunch more books, we have to take action. We can't just expect God to do all the heavy lifting. I heard somebody say, and I love this, he says, God hits the home runs, but we still have to swing the bat. And that's what we got to do. Whatever you're doing today, we have to just take a leap of faith. Whatever we're trusting the Lord for, we have to swing the bat. The home run will be his. He will get the glory and the praise for that, but it's not going to happen if we don't swing the bat. So I don't know what your situation is today with swinging the bat. Later in Nehemiah, when they start working on the wall and there's starting to be success, they come up with a whole lot of opposition. Because these guys start seeing, first they're making fun of them. Oh yeah, you're not going to rebuild this wall. This whole city is in ruins. You're not going to get anywhere. So they didn't really pay a lot of attention. But once they started having success, then the enemies that lived around there, they're like, so they started trying to sabotage the progress. So Nehemiah went out. Again, he took action. He found the compromised places in the wall, the lowest points, and he stationed extra guards there. He told the men, you have to work during the day to build, and then at night, you have to guard what you built, to keep what you built there, to keep it from being destroyed again. And you have to work with your hammer in one hand and your sword in the other. And I think that's exactly what God wants us to do. We're thinking, oh, but I'm so tired. There's so much to do. There is, but we got to keep the hammer in one hand, whatever you're working, and you got to have your sword in the other to protect what you're building. That's what the Lord expects of all of us, and he will give us the grace and the strength to have victory and to receive mercy like Nehemiah received from Artaxerxes. I know it's not easy. There's been times in the last couple of years I have just been so tired. Like, I don't want to do this on my own anymore. I do not want to be in this position. I don't want to be 60 looking at the next 30, maybe 30 plus years by myself. And just everything that I had looked forward to and that I was building with my writing and my job and retirement and all the investments that we made to give ourselves a comfortable retirement. Now I'm looking at all that by myself. I don't want to. I want it. I want what I had. Well, that's not going to happen. And I can sink into despair, and sometimes I do. I can just just focus on what I had. Well, that's not it. We used the hammer. We built a good retirement. We live in Southern Ohio, where the cost of living is really low, and you don't need a ton of money to live comfortably. So it's awesome. But we built all that, and now I'm the only one here to enjoy it. I kind of feel guilty a lot of times for that, but that's just the way it is. And I don't know your situation. You can, if you want, you can post something in the comments about a struggle that you're having, and everyone here, we can pray with you. But yeah, just let us know, because you're not in this alone. And that's why I'm doing this channel. That's why I started it. When I was going through my struggles, and still am, I couldn't really find anywhere to turn to. I started going to Grief Share, which is amazing. I have a meeting tonight. There's Grief Share chapters, groups all over the country. Just go to the website, Grief Share, and type in your zip code, and you will find a group in your area that where you can go and talk to people, and people that are exactly where you are. That is wonderful. But I started this channel because I also want to help people who are in the same position I am, looking ahead, looking at a life that they didn't want. I know that sounds terrible, but this was not what I was looking forward to. I had a whole different vision of what my years after 60 was supposed to look like. And now apparently none of that is not gonna look like anything that I intended, or that the vision I saw. God still wants to give us success, like he told Nehemiah. Grant he will grant them success in rebuilding the wall. But he didn't really say. Nehemiah did not leave and go to Jerusalem knowing exactly what that success was going to look like. But he was standing on the promises, and of course, the Lord provided. So, again, comment in the comment section. Drop a comment of if you're having any struggles, or if this can be a blessing to you. I appreciate you being here, and have a blessed and wonderful day.